cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1 between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Evan McPherson about ready to get this going as we are underway now from Paul Brown Stadium. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for Bengals TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Trubisky. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and the return will stop right around the 25.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to win.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
Now think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. 2nd and 7 from the 20. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The LSU connection, Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first. They'll give it to Mixon, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively now near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may
check out my mic. I'm almost thinking a little Dirk on stream and shit. That's on me, big. My fault. I'm just vibing, man. I'm high as hell right now.
Another try for Mixon, and he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Burrow. Nowhere to go here.
Damn, bro, that's the 2nd time. That's back-to-back possession. Get your gun. He's dropping rotations. I'm getting it. It's done. This shit.
And he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues.
Fucking Nash. I gotta worry about Nash there.
Before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down, and they go back to Harris. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Trubisky. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. Trey Flowers picks it, and they will finally get it, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Mixon.
Damn, bad play call by me. That's terrible play call. Terrible play call.
Back at the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes you just
damn, man. I could be putting a pointer and fumbles are killing me.
Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Excellent recognition, and none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Flush to his right. open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McPherson, looking good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On second down, this is Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Harris running straight ahead. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably won't run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Fourth down. Here's Trubisky. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put him in command. But he's got him in, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengals lead. So 20-0 now pending the extra point, and this place is jumping.
Yeah, you can feel it, can't you? You can also see it. You're seeing people in the stands now, excited, happy, high-fiving each other, and expecting this score to continue to mount.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Here's Trubisky to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception. And now here's another interception. Trey Flowers picks it, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
The expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Harris going to get it again on second down. Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Powers through it. 71 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They go play action. Trubisky. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And some room to run now. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try the right side with Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 3rd and goal, Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, "Oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time."
Or maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Take it in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now Burrow on first down.
That's a good day.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Now it's Burrow. It'll be Mixon on the out route as the pass is caught. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On third down, Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Again, it's Harris on second down. Shreds him with a stiff arm, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 125 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They hand this off to Harris. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. On the give, this is Harris. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. To the tight end and complete. It's Sternberger over the middle. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Gets this out wide to Pickens. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A torn ACL cost George Pickens most of his final season at Georgia, but he did return for the college football playoffs and had an impact. And in his first 2 years there, wow. Led the Bulldogs in touchdowns both seasons. Had people thinking he could be a first-round pick. The ceiling is huge with this kid. Nice pickup there for a first down.
Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
They run with Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll try and run with Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers are able to claw one back. No, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
On one, right?
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Here we go.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Play action. It's Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll roll him out right. He finds his running back, Nixon. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you haven't been taught.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Bengals drive about to get going. still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Burrow to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Back now in Cincinnati. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to Mixon on 1st down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On one, ready?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame him?
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. That time multiple defenders getting pressure. And it's a loss of 6.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. They go play action with Trubisky. Out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. This one brought in by Sternberger. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception.
Daxton Hill picks it off.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game.
That's helmet to helmet.
Taken down. They got him.
I was about to say, bro. Fuck out of here, bro.
Move the ball forward.
That's a helmet. That man's got wrecked right there.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down.
I'm trying to get better at fucking
Intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Steelers will
He's
take
rattled now. He hit him in the helmet.
just shy of the 30.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
1st and 10 here for Trubisky and the Steelers.
Just shy of the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now Harris. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
He'll buy some time right. It's brought in by Harris. Puts it on the carpet. It's out.
Let's go. We finally got a strip sack. Come on, go, 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 go.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard
What a Sabres, man. Niggas saying.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
What? That's insane. I don't know about that one. I got to look at that stream.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Eluding the pressure right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
That's multiple times now he's tagged them with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed by several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
One last shot for Trubisky. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Bengals, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.